following is a presentation of Real Wise Productions and Komen Media Incorporated. Someone is excited like he went on a trip to an amusement park like Astroworld. Next on Mentality. Welcome to another installment of Mentality, the place where iron sharpens iron in the realm of health, mental health, wealth, love, and brotherhood, along with entrepreneurship from a man's perspective. I am one half of the team and the co-host of this show, Cole Johnson, and I am joined as always by the W, the I, the Z, the E, otherwise known as Wize and Jefe, the other co-host of this show. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, brother. I'm doing well.
Yeah. The problematic fave, known as Don Lemon, is finally speaking. He gave a one-on-one interview for the first time in a couple of months, and he described his ousting as one who he doesn't believe in platforming liars and bigots, as he said. Now, he sat down with a local affiliate, ABC 24. I will ask this question of you, sir. How can I ask this? Do you believe in his charge of not platforming liars and bigots?
So then he shouldn't have a platform then.
He sees it exactly the way I see it. Yes.
This. So this is like the popcorn, the kettle black. Is that how you say it?
Perfectly
Yes.
said. Yes.
Yeah. So you are one who to really talk like when Jesse Smollett was
Oh gosh.
came out with his story, you supported him 100%, and it's just crazy, man, that you act one way.
Mhm.
And you talk about you're not providing a platform for bigots and but yeah,
Bigots and liars.
yeah,
Yes.
but yeah, you're one of them. You're a liar. You're a liar. And I think you kind of got it in for straight guys too. I think like you use the fact that you're a gay man to make it feel like that's why people attack you when that's not the case.
I think he has it in for straight guys. I feel in my heart he has it in for heterosexual women.
Yeah.
Definitely heterosexual white women. Uh and and I'm in the field. It's not that you're giving a platform to liars and bigots. You just have to give a platform to people. And unfortunately, some people happen to be liars and bigots.
Yeah.
In journalism, it's supposed to be you're an unbiased party. So if they happen to disagree with what you believe in personally, it has nothing to do with him, and it's nothing to do with your job.
Mm.
So it sounds like to me, Mr. Lemon, you want to go into the talking head realm. Okay, fine, cool. Kevin Spacey hit the news, and the Academy Award winning actor is on trial in London, and he's accused of sexual offenses against not one, not two, not three, but four men in Britain. Now, the 63-year-old is facing a dozen charges, including sexual assault, indecent assault, and causing a person to engage in penetrative sexual activity without consent, or otherwise known as rape. Now, Spacey's lawyer says the actor strenuously denies all these charges, and the attorney says that Spacey would face all the charges in UK to establish his innocence and proceed with his life. Now, my question to you, sir, is what message do you think Kevin Spacey's history with sexual assault allegations sends?
First of all, he was found. The charges here were dropped.
Mhm.
Were they not?
I believe they were. Yeah.
The charges here were dropped, so the man was not guilty of whatever they said. Technically, that's what charges being dropped kind of mean, that it was proven to a doubt that he did anything wrong. You're guilty until proven innocent, and it's supposed to be the other way
Right.
around. Same
Yeah.
thing like with Jonathan Majors, except we didn't see that the great thing about what we did here with Jonathan Majors was
Mhm.
we didn't attack him. We
Nope.
actually said the opposite. This is kind of funny, and
Yeah.
the whole story hasn't come out yet.
Mm-mm.
And when it finally did come out, even though we did say we felt like she was lying,
Mhm.
I know that for a fact that on this show we
Mhm.
did not burn my man Jonathan Majors at the
No.
cross. We
Mm-mm.
actually thought it was the opposite. We believed
Mhm.
that he was innocent from
He
the
was being
beginning.
railroaded. Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh, and next week we will talk about that at length because I saw this right around the time I was preparing for this episode, but we're gonna talk about that on the next one.
All
Oh
right, so
yes.
we'll talk about. But so for me, it's like never know. Again, men lie, women lies, numbers don't. But that's
Mhm.
12 allegations, so the numbers might not
Mhm.
lie in this case.
Yeah. Dylan Mulvaney. He's in the news and he says that Bud Light gave the ghost to him or her after the beer promotion opened up her or him to a torrent of bullying and transphobia. How hard should Bud Light walk the money talks BS walks line in regards to Dylan Mulvaney?
I don't even know why we having discussion, man. Like it like if we've had this discussion, we've spoken on this. First of all, Bud Light is piss water. That again, why are we having this? Bud Light is nasty, and for anyone who drinks Bud Light, I don't understand why y'all. What's this uproar about? Like, I don't even know how they still selling Bud Light. Did they expect any? What I don't know what did Bud Light
Thank you.
expect? What did they
Thank you.
expect?
Thank
What did
you.
they think that everybody was gonna welcome this with open arms? And no, this is and again and again. Why is this conversation being had? Because I could care less about Bud Light. I
Mhm.
could care even less about Dylan Mulvaney. He,
Mhm.
she, whatever they want to call it. He wants to call
Mhm.
himself.
Mhm.
That's their choice.
Mhm.
That's, I don't buy Bud Light, so I could care less.
I don't either.
So if they want to have the Dylan Mulvaney as their sponsor, spokesperson, whatever, that's on them.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's not gonna stop me. The fact that he's the sponsor doesn't mean that I'm not buying the beer because it sucks. I could care less if y'all want to have Dylan Mulvaney putting on these cabaret shows celebrating 365 days of a girl, whatever.
Forgot about that campaign.
I don't care. And that's the problem. That's what the people think, that we care about. I don't really care. That's his choice. Her choice, his choice, whatever.
I'm
That's
with you.
they want to live whatever they want to live. That's them.
Yeah, that's
It,
that
it,
person's choice. Yeah.
it doesn't affect me.
We're just getting started. Mentality will return. This is a BS3 Network presentation.
It's your girl, Stacey Rose.
Are you looking for a show with riveting interviews, important community information from a vibrant and grounded host? STK Productions presents The Intro Kit.
Put God first and ask questions later. Let's get it popping. I wanted to give people a platform where they can express themselves and talk about their business and their endeavors in a very safe space.
Content and entertainment just for you. The Intro Kit.
Friday Eve.
Or Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central. What's on E. Dicker's mind?
A and B, I'm going to see my way out of it. Because why? I don't care. I have a message for people who do nothing but complain about black people. We can't change who we are. You called the cops on me? I think that every time you call the cop on someone on a false accusation, your need to be a little bit punished.
BS3 Network proudly presents a man with a lot to say and is unabashed to say it. What's on E. Digger's mind? Sundays at 7:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure. Welcome back to Mentality, where we celebrate all things man every day with Wize Helefe. I am Cole Johnson. And now we get a chance to talk about, I should say, a person who has performed in the city where I grew up, because he also grew up there. And he had to deal with some charges, but those criminal charges have officially been dropped. Now, who am I talking about? Well, welcome to Celebrity Style. Rapper Travis Scott will now not face any criminal charges over his Astroworld concert. Every time I see that word, it just it gives me such great memories. I digress. That left 10 concert goers dead and hundreds injured back in November of 2021. Now, the lawyer that's representing Mr. Scott, Kent Schaefer, he said that in a statement that the 32-year-old will not face those charges for his involvement in the Deadly Music Festival. Now, at the press conference streamed this past week, Kim Ogg, the district attorney of Harris County, that's the county that has Houston as the seat of it, confirmed that a grand jury reviewed the case and found that no crime did occur with him as responsible in the party. And plus, she said that no single individual was criminally responsible. Scott's lawyer, Schaefer, said, quote, "Today's decision by the Harris County District Attorney confirms what we have known all along, that Travis Scott is not responsible for the Astroworld tragedy. This is consistent with investigative reporting by numerous media outlets and federal, state, and government reports that have squarely placed the onus for event safety crises on organizers, operators, and contractors, not performers." Close quote. Now, I'll begin by asking this. Do you believe that Travis Scott bears any or some or a lot of responsibility for this 2021 tragedy?
Yes, but I look at it as more of a civil matter. I don't think he intentionally tried to go and hurt these show
I don't
these
think
people, these
yeah.
crowd, these audience members.
Yeah, I don't think he did either.
But he played a part in it.
Mhm.
So civilly, yes, I think he needs to be held accountable in lawsuits, yes. But criminally, no.
Mhm.
I don't think he had any intentions of. I didn't think he had intentions of having that show and killing 10 people. It's a
No.
tragedy. It happened. So yeah, no.
Yeah, and it was unfortunate that this
It
this
is.
tragedy took place.
My
And
heart goes out to every family member that lost someone there. But
yeah,
it's a tragedy. It wasn't like he intended it to happen. So,
right.
like I said, it's a civil matter to me more than criminal.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, and I'm sure that is long from over, uh, and how that's going to get settled. Now, why do you believe security was lax in preventing such a stampede?
I don't know. I don't know what's the see. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the requirements like for how many security guards you need per people. Like if you have 10,000 guests or fans, like
Hmm.
how many security is there a set security number that you need? Do you need to have 10 guards for each 100 fan? Or so I don't know the requirements that were needed to be met for such a big venue.
Hmm. Yeah, and for those who don't know how this happened, so this was an outdoor layout, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he actually performed it on the old Astroworld grounds, which it was an amusement park, which was officially uh, done for. I think it was like late '90s, early 2000s, and and of course Scott named his album Astroworld in remembrance of the amusement park in Houston because he grew up in Houston like I did. Uh, but still, it was an overflow of 50,000 people, and yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I just get how they were this negligent. Now, I'm not Travis, but the the staff that was on site, how they, how the promoter, how the security staff, how they were negligent in saying, "Oh man, this actually might get out of hand, and a tragedy might ensue. Let's divert this." Because this is not the first time we've seen incidents like this happen. I mean, I can think back to an old school example. The Who was performing at not a stadium, and an arena in Cincinnati. I think it was called Riverfront Arena, I think. And the crowd was locked out of the building because this was before the show. The Who was actually performing sound check. The crowd heard it from outside, thinking that okay, well they're playing, but they were performing sound check, and then they just bum rushed the whole arena, and many were trampled to death because of it. So this Astroworld concert tragedy is not the first. Unfortunately, I doubt it will be the last. I pray it is, but these things have to be circumvented. So, other than what you said earlier, what would you say to the surviving members of the Astroworld concert disaster?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm like I'll pray and hopefully you can recover and you can get over this and move on, and hopefully it doesn't have an effect on your life in the long haul. But
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I don't know if they should sue. What exactly is it that they should do? It's I'm not in their situation, and so for me to try to put myself in their shoes is it's crazy because I don't know. I wasn't there I don't know how they felt. I'm sure plenty of them feared for their life, thought that they weren't going to make it home to their families, or so all these things play into it, man. Like, can you sleep? Can you do? How are you dealing with day-to-day situations after this event? How much of an impact has it had on your life? And if it has a major impact on your life, then yeah, I think you should get compensated. I think even the fact that even if you don't, if you're not suffering from it, you should be compensated because it was a tragedy, and the promoters didn't do something. The promoters messed up, and so they need to take care of it. They need to compensate everyone who's injured. Anyone who had a ticket there should be a part of the lawsuit.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. The promoters and whoever was the security staff or company that was assigned by the promoters.
Yeah,
to me, those are the most chiefly responsible. Then after that, yes, the venue itself. But yes, I'm actually glad that Travis Scott is not facing criminal charges on this. However, I do agree with you. He needs to civilly, I think, be culpable. All right, how should concert promoters better safeguard against stampedes like this in future indoor and outdoor events?
I think it should be the states. I think the states should regulate. Like, listen, like I said, you got to have 10,000 people. I need 1,000 security. You have 50,000. I need 5,000. I need a number so that we know that we can control this crowd. So you got to figure a number that's going to help control this crowd.
Yeah, because we're all about wanting to have a safe environment where people can have fun and not worry about their lives being in jeopardy. Yeah, no question. Mentality will be back in 2 and 2.
This is all docked up.
Chris, listen, I gotta go to work, Jay. I cannot take a shot every time we say enemies. Very jealous. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. BJ.
So he flies her out. She says, "Thank you. That was very kind of you." Like, Pernilla's not starstruck. She was like, "Yeah, you ought to if you want me to come." I wasn't gonna put the bill.
Heroes.
He literally threatened her. His message says, "I see you blocking me on WhatsApp. I don't know why, but this is not going to turn out good for you." Because I blocked you on WhatsApp? You threatened me and my mama?
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. Welcome back to Mentality, where this is a space and place for all men. With Wize El Jefe, I'm Cole Johnson. And I think we have to get a fitting tribute to this gentleman that we're about to talk to now. And we're going to do this at this time in enough respect. Well, next year, the late, great Chadwick Boseman will receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, the former Black Panther actor was inducted into the Hollywood Walk of Fame class of 2024 this past week as part of the motion pictures category. Now, for those who are unaware, Boseman died of colon cancer in 2020 at the age of 43. He'd be 46 today if he was still living. The iconic actor, of course, made his global impact by bringing Black Panther, the character and the movie, to life in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and also playing icons like Jackie Robinson and James Brown on the silver screen as well. Now, the Hollywood Walk of Fame honored another late icon this year by unveiling the star of Tupac Shakur, who, of course, was officially chosen as an honoree back in 2013, and his sister accepted her brother's award. Now, I will start the questioning this way. What role, if it's not Black Panther, convinced you of Chadwick Boseman's prowess at being a great actor?
Oof. I would say 42.
Yeah.
That to me was a great role. But yeah, he played great James Brown.
Mm-hmm.
One of his most underrated movies that I enjoyed was actually 11 Bridges. I enjoyed that movie from him. So,
oh yeah, that was a good movie.
So he's, but maybe just 42 and definitely Black Panther are the two that really stand out. Those are the two that really made him a Hollywood, bona fide Hollywood star.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the movie for me that did it. It made me say, who is this guy? Because I like him. And this is the type of brother I would support all the way. Was 42 when I saw him in that role. And of course, that's near and dear to me because Jackie Robinson is my favorite baseball player of all time. It really felt good to see this guy dig deep into this character and unearth a humanity about him, which made us understand that there's a deep humanity about Chadwick as well. So yeah, 42 for me. Definitely James Brown biopic. He did his thing on that one. And yeah, I mean, Black Panther. I mean, how could you not? he was good in that role. But what is it about him that evokes such a deep connection?
Because to me, what was amazing was that it didn't change who he was. He didn't let cancer, like he could have easily been like, oh, it was me, and let people in and have everybody be all this sympathy for him, like, oh man, look at Chadwick going through all this. But he didn't want to burden people with that. He wanted to show the strength. He wanted to show people like, I'm gonna do this, and you're not gonna be aware of what's going on. You're not gonna be aware of the battles, and they kept it a secret, man. And that just for me personally, just showed me the character of who he is, of what kind of person he was, that he didn't let this be his crutch. So us going through stuff, we're not battling what he went through.
Nope.
We're not facing death. Yeah, we have our issues. We're going through whatever our struggles are in life. Yes. But this man faced death and wasn't gonna let anyone know that, yeah, I'm dying, but I want y'all. I don't want you to look at me any differently.
I think they said that he went through, after it was diagnosed that he actually had colon cancer or was diagnosed with it. They said that he, before his death, went through that for 4 years, and only the tightest of his inner circle knew. And he never, like you said, he never asked for sympathy, never acted as though he was hurt or drained of energy. I mean, he acted as though he was fine. And that adds to his impact. So how can we commemorate his life, legacy, and impact on the world?
Never giving up, man. Never letting anything get in your way and keep you down. Like, he showed you that, hey, look at me, I'm here battling cancer, I'm going through the struggles, I'm weak and all that. And yet I'm showing up to do this movie.
Yeah.
I'm showing up to come to work. So if you stub your toe or whatever it is going on in your life, and listen, I'm not trying to downplay anyone's issues. Everyone that their issues in life is important to them. So I just say, look at him. Just look what he went through. And if he can battle for 4 years and not let anyone know, then you can overcome whatever obstacles are there in your path.
Yeah, he was a mighty warrior in that respect, for sure. And I think that is a really good way to honor his memory, that to always persevere and never give up. Yeah. Other than perseverance, what lessons should we learn from Chadwick's life and even death?
It's crazy because it seems like he came out of nowhere. Like he came out of nowhere and made this amazing impact. Like, the roles that he played is going to be felt for generations. And so, and I'm sure he was probably acting for years, and we didn't know about him. I'm sure he had roles in movies that we probably just don't, that we probably don't even remember he was in there.
Right.
But again, we just see when they hot now and like, oh, he just came out of nowhere. But he's probably been honing his craft for years, waiting for his big break. And Jackie Robinson comes and lands in his lap, and from there, he just kept amazing us with his talent. Like, he brought the Black Panther to life, to the point where you had little kids talking about Wakanda forever. Like, Black kids actually had a hero that they could look up to, and he wasn't slinging rocks, or he wasn't shooting a basketball, or he wasn't rap music, or none of this. He was a true bona fide superhero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One that we will always love and cherish and definitely respect. And wonderful words, man, because I definitely could not say it better. Congratulations to the Chadwick Boseman estate and to the late Chadwick Boseman. Thank you for your humanity. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for truly your manhood, because that ultimately is what you put on display for all of us. And we here in Mentality totally appreciate it. And we will forever appreciate you for it. Later, we will have Thoughts from the Throne. This is Mentality. The Mocha Minutes Podcast. A black person safe space. Well, I'll let Stephanie talk about it further.
You would be a Michael Jai White. I'm sorry. No. I like him. He's so pretty when he don't talk. Would Will Smith, if this was a white comedian, would he went up and slapped him? Would y'all have a problem with it if it was a white comedian doing this? People who say water or wash, I'm like, how did wash get an R in it? Stand up. I don't know why 5 Heartbeats just popped in my head. Stand up.
From entertainment to society and culture, that comprises of the Mocha Minutes Podcast, hosted by Stephanie. There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. 4 men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Doc, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure. Welcome back to Mentality, where it is the ultimate masculine safe space. With Wize and Cole, I am Cole Johnson, and I think we're going to have a little fun with this one because there's a character that no matter what he does, he just makes me laugh, and I think it may trigger the same reaction out of Wize. Who is that we're talking about? Well, welcome to Something to Ponder. Geraldo Rivera. Well, yes, he found out that he got the axe from the Five, and then he decided to quit Fox News altogether. Yes, he said that Fox fired him from his regular perch on the Five, and that was the impetus for him to get up out the paint, as they would say. With his last 2 appearances on the afternoon political talk show apparently canceled, Rivera received a going-away party on the morning show Fox and Friends, where he generally delivered commentary at least once a week. Now, with that, he said, quote, "I feel very emotional and deeply moved," close quote, after dignitaries on the Fox News network, such as Jesse Waters, Brett Baer, Sean Hannity, and Jeanine Pirro, or the judge, said their goodbyes to the long-term and long-time journalist. Now, he was at Fox for, I think, for 23 years. and he joined after actually 22 years. He joined after the 2001 terrorist attacks because he wanted to be a war correspondent. Well, he got his chance to do that and then some. Now, on the 4th, he turns 80, so maybe this is not a bad time for him to exit stage left or right or center or wherever, because maybe retirement was in the offering anyway, and this probably was a good move for both him and for Fox. So I'll just start by asking this. Why would it even matter for Geraldo to leave Fox?
It is.
See, they do it.
Honestly,
Mhm.
I could care less if he stood left. I could care. Like we both know that I'm not a big TV guy anymore.
Of course.
And so I could care if he got fired from the 5, the 6, the 9, the 10. It don't matter. You're 80 years old, man. It's time to hang it up. Like it's been time. It's like I would watch him during the election and when they was talking about the big steal, and then I'm listening to him talk about all this. I just go flashback to, man, where's the Nazi now with the chair?
Oh yes, when he hosted his own talk show back in the 80s. Oh yes.
I was I wanted to see a chair just fly and come smack him in the face.
Oh Lord, now I'm seeing that image. Oh my God.
Yeah, it is. Listen, and it's not because of it is because he was on Fox. Is because I could imagine, because I really didn't watch Fox like that, so I can imagine some of the stupid stuff he would say on Fox because of but CNN says some stupid stuff too. They all say stupid stuff.
They do.
Like
they do.
They all just suck balls.
Yeah.
Listen, Geraldo, you had a wonderful career. 80 years old. He looks good for 80 years old. I got to give him that.
Yeah, he does.
He looks good for 80 years old. But you should hang it up already. Go enjoy I'm sure you got great grandkids now. I'm sure enjoy them. Enjoy the last few years of your life. Go sit on the beach, chill on drinking some fruity drinks, whatever it is, and just sail off to the sunset. We don't need to hear from you anymore. Don't start no podcast. Don't start no platforms on YouTube. Nothing. Just retire. Just hang it up. Go home. Kiss the wife. Say, baby, you're shit out of luck. I'm staying home. So, and then he will be he will be her problem from now on, and not ours.
Oh my God.
That's how
he was so over that.
Yeah, that's how I feel about him. That's it's time to retire, buddy. Just hang it up. Just
oh gosh,
it's time, man. It's time. You're out of touch with reality. You're out of touch with the younger generation. So
oh gosh,
Fox did you a favor, man. They did you a favor. They let you go, especially with all the stuff that's going on there. It was best that you left. Now, like I said, don't get any ideas. Don't start no podcast. Don't. Maybe you can go join the Blaze. I don't really care. Maybe you and Jason Fatless, Witless, Shitless can hang out. Whatever. However y'all want to do it. But enjoy your retirement if that's what you decide to do. But I could give two what the do. I really don't care. And I know I said I was gonna try to not curse as much,
But what?
but this is just
It doesn't
Cole.
matter.
It's all Cole's fault.
Let it go.
If he sets me up, he gives me people that do dumb or he brings me topics that he knows I can get two about. Like he knows I don't want to talk about Fox. He knows I could care less about Fox firing Geraldo Rivera. Whatever. Like, my man don't even speak Spanish.
It's my fault.
Well, he does speak Spanish, but still, he sucks at it. Anyway, Geraldo, enjoy your retirement, and that's it, man. Like, I could care less.
Man,
you had a 40-year career. Like, good for you, brother. I applaud you. You deserve a pat on the back. Now just retire.
Oh my gosh. He said, don't come up with a podcast.
Nothing, man, nothing. Don't come out with anything. There's no need. We've 40 years of Geraldo Rivera, Geraldo, whatever. I don't care. Gerald, whatever. Gerald Rivera. That's what I'm gonna call him. Gerald Rivera. We no longer. Yeah.
Oh, this is absolute content gold. I knew it.
Congratulations, Gerald Rivera, on your retirement. Gerald, enjoy it, man. You deserve it.
He's calling this man Gerald Rivera. Lord, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Let's not act like Geraldo's for the people. Let's not. He's not for the brown people. He don't speak for us. He don't know. He might have a Spanish last name, but that's about it.
Oh my gosh. Gerald Rivera.
Yeah, that's Gerald. That's his name, is Gerald.
All right. So obviously he's had a presence in the New York area for a good while. And you flash back to when he actually had his own talk show.
Mm-hmm.
And when he would do these when he would all of a sudden just pop out and just come with these exposés, hour-long exposés every, I don't know, once every other month or once a month, back when we were both in high school.
Was he the one who did
I didn't live in the area where he basically lived.
Did he do the Al Capone one? Was he the one involved with the Al Capone?
He was the one who he did the Al Capone vault one. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, he sucks. Yeah, okay.
Yes, it was him. So you were around him, considering not necessarily you were in his circle, but you were basically living in the same area where he decided to ply his trade. Mm-hmm. How is he viewed as a journalist there in New York?
What, amongst the common folk?
Yeah.
Well, we like it. None of us care about. Like I said, none of us care about Gerald. No one cares. Like he doesn't represent us. He wasn't speaking for us. Like the only thing Spanish about him again, like I said, was his last name, man.
Last name.
He believe me, I wasn't running home. Oh, I gotta see Gerald. He's on TV. Like I wasn't running home to come see him. It wasn't like, oh, like it wasn't like, oh, I have to watch the Gerald show. No.
Oh gosh.
My personal opinions of him aside, he is a journalist. Mm-hmm. But again, he put in 40 years. He put. It's time to go, buddy. It was great seeing you. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Bye. Like, peace. Like, after this piece here, I probably won't discuss him ever again until he kicks the bucket or something. But other than that, I won't. Like before this, he was. I don't even know when was the last time I spoke about Gerald. I haven't brought up his name in any of the conversations. Any of the shows we've had, I've never spoken Gerald's name.
And you're intentionally not speaking his name now. That's what makes it even funnier.
No, no. So hasta luego, sayonara, arrivederci. How many other ways you need me to tell you? But peace. Yeah.
And now, thoughts from the throne.
So by the time this release, I shall be celebrating my 47th birthday. So I'm excited. Actually gonna take a few days off. I'm not gonna be recording. I'm not gonna be doing anything except for my 30 tips and 30-day reels, because that's a personal thing that I'm trying to work on. But I just want to give this time to thank everyone for all the support. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for just everything, for encouraging, for just being supportive and allowing me to be myself and allowing me to come into your home and entertain you with the crazy stuff that we come up with here on Mentality and on Stuck in My Mind and on Poppy J and Wize. I'm just blessed to be able to do this. I want everybody out there to just be safe, enjoy your holiday weekend. Because I'm definitely going to enjoy myself. I'm going to make sure that I celebrate this birthday, because there's so many wonderful things that is going on in my life. I'm blessed to be able to do what I love to do, man. So thank you, everyone, once again. I appreciate it, and peace. Love you all.
So this past month was Gay Pride Month. This past month also was Black Music Month. But this past month also was Men's Mental Health Month.
Mhm.
Guess which one was promoted and which one was not? You know, it's amazing that society really does, they really do believe that men don't really suffer from mental health issues. That it seems to be that they encourage us to sweep problems under rugs, to the point where we should have stiff upper lips. We should be able to carry things on our backs until it breaks, and then once the back breaks, still continue to carry stuff. The thoughts of men still possibly needing to have a mental tweak seems to be considered effeminate or weak or a punk move or a coward move, and it's none of those things. It is absolutely none of those things. In fact, it actually is the most masculine thing you could do, because you're recognizing that, yes, you might be good or you might be suffering. But if you get this tweak somewhere where you know that there is something wrong with your mental abilities and acuity, then you will be able to heal yourself. And then as a man, you'll be able to use your power, your prestige, your wherewithal, and your strength to heal other people. And to one of the men who believes in this credo, I toast to you, one Mr. Wize El Jefe. Happy birthday, my friend. I hope everything is good wherever you are and wherever you celebrate. And those or thoughts from the throne. And before I kick it to you to do what you always do, I just want to say happy birthday, man, and I love you. I love you dearly, man.
Thank you, man. I love you too. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Oh, man. All right. So, is there anything you want to say to the people before we do go?
So, to continue with my Boston series, I'm not gonna go too hard today. I'm not. I'm kind of like losing steam, I guess. I don't know.
What? Wow.
Yeah, because it's like it's getting boring. Like, I've said some of the most interesting names. Like, there's not really that many interesting names. Like, Boston really sucks. Like okay, Paul Michael Glazer and whoever who knew that is. And I'm a big Starsky and Hutch
Starsky
fan.
and Hutch. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm a big Starsky and Hutch fan. So, but that kind of hurt saying that because I love that. But yeah, him. I can't even say her name. I wouldn't even say, but yes, Jasmine Guy.
That's right. She's a Bostonian. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, you, Jasmine Guy, and I mean it. I want to do literally and figuratively. Like, yeah. Did I see my man Anthony Michael Hall?
No, you have not.
I have not. Oh yeah, Anthony Michael Hall too. And Weird Science is one of my favorite movies, man.
Yeah, one of mine too.
Like, I grew up on those movies, so that hurt as well, because these are people that I admire growing up watching these movies. So don't think that I say these things out of dislike for these people, because a lot of these people I do enjoy. I do enjoy the work that they do, but they're Bostonians, so they got to get a big you. Oh man, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt me. This is gonna hurt.
Okay.
But you, Nicky Jam. Yes. And for you people who don't know, he's a reggaeton artist, fellow Puerto Rican. But that's
what really hurts him.
He was in Boston. He lived out there. So I have to give him that.
Well, as Wize picks his heart up off the floor for downing a reggaeton artist that he respects and reveres, for all Bostonians and non-Bostonians, we thank you for liking, for sharing, for subscribing, and hitting the notification bell on all the content that emanates from either the Real Wize TV or the Coleman Media Incorporated YouTube channels, because we do appreciate you, all of you, out in mentality. Thank you for being a huge supporter of this show, because we do this for you, literally. And that will take care of and do it for another episode of Mentality. For Wize and Hefe, I'm Cole Johnson, here to say in parting as we always do. Our secret technique is that we always speak with mentality. See you next week.
Peace out.
That's 100.